There was once a boy named Jalen who dreamed only of laughter and play. His days were a whirlwind of sunshine and joy, filled with running through open fields, chasing his own shadow, and believing with all his heart that the world would always keep him safe. He was a child of innocence, whose biggest worry was the sun setting too soon on his games. But life, as it so often does, has its own seasons, and its face turned towards him far too soon. One season, a quiet change began to settle over his home. His father's hands, once so strong, grew weak. His mother's eyes, which always held a spark of mischief, grew weary and clouded with concern. The family's burdens, once light as feathers, became heavy stones. And Jalen looked around, realizing with a sudden, cold clarity that there was no one else to carry them. The boy who once chased butterflies now found himself carrying heavy baskets. The feet that once danced through meadows now learned to till the unyielding soil. His days no longer ended with the setting sun. They began long before it rose, in the quiet chill of the pre-dawn dark. At first, the transition was anything but smooth. He stumbled. Both literally and figuratively, the tools felt foreign and clumsy in his small hands, leaving them blistered and raw. His young spirit, accustomed to freedom, often broke under the immense weight of this newfound responsibility. There were moments, many of them, where he yearned for the simple, carefree innocence of his childhood. He longed for the days when a scraped knee was the biggest problem, a problem that could be solved with a hug and a smile. He missed the boy he used to be, the boy who didn't understand the lines of worry on his parents' faces. Yet, with every stumble, with every failure, something profound was happening. Each challenge carved him a little deeper, shaping him into someone new. Each blister was a lesson in resilience. Each tear shed in frustration was a lesson in patience. He learned to listen, truly listen, when others spoke of their hardships. He learned to stand up and take action when others remained seated, waiting for someone else to solve the problem. Most importantly, he learned to endure when every fiber of his being screamed to give up. He discovered a strength within himself he never knew existed, a wellspring of determination that refused to run dry. But his new life was not all pain and struggle. Woven into the hardship was a new kind of sweetness, a satisfaction he had never known before. It was like the taste of bread. Hard-earned after a long day's toil, a taste richer, and more fulfilling than any treat he'd had as a carefree child. He felt a deep, swelling pride in providing food for his family, seeing the relief on their faces as they sat down to a meal he had helped put on the table. He found a quiet, profound joy in being the one to comfort his mother's tears, to offer a steady shoulder when she needed it most. He discovered an incredible strength in the simple knowledge that he could endure far more than he had ever imagined, and slowly, miraculously, the laughter returned. It wasn't the wild, thoughtless laughter of his early childhood games. This was a different kind of laughter, a deeper and more meaningful sound. It was the laughter found in shared moments of relief after a hard day's work, the laughter that came from the bonds of loyalty with friends who understood his journey. It was the laughter born from family love, a love that had been tested and had emerged stronger than ever before. He was no longer just a boy playing. He was a pillar, a source of strength, and that gave him a joy that play never could. The years passed, as they always do. The seasons turned, the fields were tilled and harvested time and time again. And the boy, Jalen, became a man. It wasn't the transformation he chose or wished for in the way other boys might dream of growing up. It was a change demanded of him by life itself. Yet, within that demanding, relentless pressure, he found his greatest gift. He came to understand that manhood wasn't just about physical strength or growing tall. It was about responsibility shouldered without complaint. It was about honor in every action. And kindness extended even when he was tired. It was about protecting those you love. Jalen grew into the upright, dependable man he once feared he could never be. He became the foundation of his family, the steady hand, the calm voice in the storm. And though he sometimes looked back on his boyhood with a touch of longing, a wistful memory for the boy who chased shadows without a care, he wouldn't have traded his journey. He carried forward the profound wisdom that every challenge he endured, every tear he shed, every blister he earned, was another stone laid in the strong foundation of the man he had become. A man built not just of dreams, but of resilience, Dewey. And love, thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with me. If it resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. It truly helps more than, we'll see you in the next one.